Breaking news, clashes between demonstrators and security forces as fresh protests break out in Beirut, the capital of Lebanon. Thousands of protesters were on the streets accusing the government of corruption and negligence, leading up to that explosion that killed 154 people earlier this week, injuring thousands. NBC's Rebecca Collard is joining us live from Beirut. Rebecca, with a welcome to you. I mean, the situation there is almost unimaginable. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I'm about just under half a mile away from the center of the protest, and but also, Alex, because we just heard what we think is live fire ring out from downtown. And I just want to show you, there's a lot of people here. About an hour and a half ago, we saw most of these people heading toward downtown. After this gunfire, we're seeing a lot of people actually leave. And we don't know right now, Alex, what that gunfire was. Yes, we're assuming that it was security forces firing in the air, trying to disperse these protesters after they had fired rounds of tear gas and rubber bullets. But we don't know for sure where this fire came from. But I can also tell you that some of the people that are leaving are saying that some counter protesters did show up. We don't know who they are, and we don't know exactly what the situation is. So we're going to keep our eyes on it. But Alex, the anger here is so palatable. People are so angry about what happened here on Tuesday, and they absolutely blame the government.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar from protests we've seen here in the United States, maybe not as a result of an explosion like that horrific one that you saw there in Beirut, but the reaction. Can you just quickly give me a sense of how things are there on the harbor front? I mean, is it just sheer devastation?
Yeah, I mean, not just on the harbor front, Alex. I think one of the reasons that this has been so traumatic and this search and rescue effort is ongoing is because the radius, the area, Alex, that this bomb destroyed, that this blast, I should say, destroyed, was just so massive. You know, where I am, I'm very close to my own home, actually, and it's about 1.5 miles from the port. And even here, I don't know if you can see the sun setting here, but all the way up, the glass is smashed out of these buildings. And so because of that, it's just a massive reconstruction effort, a massive cleanup effort. Search and rescue crews still hoping to find people that might be trapped under the rubble. And I'll just also say, Alex, that a lot of these people here that we're seeing protesting today are people that came to Beirut to help with the cleanup effort. So over the last few days, I've been talking to people who were sweeping up glass and trying to provide some basic assistance to the people affected: food, water, basic medical supplies. And every time I talked to them, they told me that as soon as the streets of Beirut were clean, they would be heading back to protest against their government. Alex, the streets of Beirut are not clean. This cleanup effort is not anywhere near finished. But they have, here they are. Oh, and here we have actually another ambulance. Sorry, excuse me for 1 second. Over the last hour and a half, we've been seeing ambulances going in and out of downtown Beirut, in theory to pick up protesters. But anyway, the streets are not clean, but these people are angry, Alex, and they're back in the streets.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.